Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know, and all the people that come and go stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car, the little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker...
So let's get the show on the road. You ready?
How was The Bachelor?
It was pretty good. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Is this the season where it's the guy and then multiple girls, or
it's a guy? Yeah, it's a guy and multiple girls. It's starring Ari. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And this big pain in the butt girl named Crystal, but it's with a K.
Have they started fucking yet?
No.
Have they gone to their dream suite?
Not yet. No.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, keep me posted because I've watched The Bachelor since I was 10.
Oh, you used to watch it?
Yeah, Jesse Palmer. That was the last season.
I don't even know who that is. Who'd you watch it with, your mom?
Yeah, I was 10. I couldn't watch anything past 9 p.m. There was 2 TVs in the house. By the way, my dad tried to see what I was printing out today. He was like, "What are you printing out today?"
My mom tried to put a halt on this programming.
Did she listen to it?
Oh, yeah, she did.
I don't really want anyone over the age of 28 listening to it.
Yeah, my mom thinks it's really controversial. And I'm like, Mom, it's not even serious. Yeah, but we're not being serious. Yeah, I know. Whatever.
We're trying to break barriers.
Stir the pot a little.
Exactly.
But should we talk about our last episode and our feedback?
Oh, yeah. I have corrections.
Oh, okay.
I just realized the entire time
corrections corner.
I was thinking of Roswell.
Yeah.
The entire time.
So
I was thinking of Roswell the entire time. Area 51, when you asked if Area 51 had a gift shop, the answer is no. Area 51's all fenced around. I thought you were talking about Roswell, which is a tourist trap. That's a big attraction. The fact
it's
that there
in Nevada. Area 51's in Nevada.
And I also said Edgewood was the underground joint alien human Air Force base. It's called Dulce, and it's in New Mexico.
Good to know.
Which I will definitely delve into.
I'm glad that we're having a corrections corner, but at the same time, I want our listeners to know that this is not a fact-checking source of listening that you should be going to. This is a conspiracy theory podcast. This is a conspiracy theory podcast. These are not facts. Everything we're saying is alleged.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Also, I was basically wrong for the corrections corner. It was all me. You seem to be factually true with everything. So I'll raise my hand on this one. I fucked up.
It's okay, Quinn. I think we got good feedback from our first ep. I'm doing a lot of social media, trying to get our social media presence out there.
What's our Twitter password? I'll cut this. I'll cut it.
It's...
Oh, nice. I'm probably going to leave that.
That's what our speaker password is, too. You better cut that. Don't forget to edit this.
Oh, yeah. Also, I guess we got to shout out our certified financial advisor, Zach Morrison.
We do.
Who is sponsoring today's podcast. He's supporting us. He's the one keeping the lights on.
He is, yeah.
He's keeping my house warm.
So let's talk a little bit about what Zach Morrison does for the Buffalo, New York area.
Well, I didn't know this, but he's certified, so he's legit.
He's a certified financial planner. So give him
your money.
Yeah.
And he will take care of it, and if not, he'll double it. He's definitely not going to lose it. I want to know his take on Bitcoin, too, because I'm trying to get into that. It's going down. So we shouldn't talk about Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
You can go into your first conspiracy.
Well, yeah, we'll have Zach's information in our bio for him.
Yeah, link in bio.
Link in bio. So I'm going to start today with a little more of a lighthearted, less in-depth topic than I hit on before. Area 51 was quite the take. So that being said, the conspiracy theory that I'm talking about today is Paul is dead.
And by the way, I completely disagree. I think Area 51 is a lot more lighthearted than Paul McCartney not being the real Paul McCartney. That's pretty depressing, Katie.
Yeah,
Paul McCartney, everybody loves him. I personally do not love him. I'm actually a big John and George fan. I actually go out there and say, fuck Paul McCartney. I don't care about him. I think he made cheesy songs, and I don't like any of the songs that he wrote. He may have been the most talented Beatle, but fuck Paul McCartney.
All right.
I hope he's not the real Paul McCartney. Because right now, he looks like a baseball glove. Like, he doesn't look like the Paul McCartney that was singing I Want to Hold Your Hand. Continue.
Are you okay tonight, Quinn?
Well, I just don't like Paul McCartney a lot. Like, when you said I want to do Paul McCartney is dead, my eyes lit up because I've been trying to vent about hating Paul McCartney for a while. No one will listen to me.
Right.
Good thing I have a podcast.
Good thing you do have a podcast. And so the other reason I say it's a little more lighthearted is that it's a little more on the unrealistic side than Area 51, which we know exists. Okay. All right.
We'll see about
Let's
that.
get into this. I mean, I'm not denying it after doing my research. So, Paul is Dead is a conspiracy theory alleging that Paul McCartney died in 1966 and was replaced by a lookalike. So, apparently he got into a car accident that was never really delved into, and people just think he died. And that in 1961, some college students published articles claiming that Paul McCartney's supposed death could be found among the lyrics of Beatles songs.
Yeah.
So, John Lennon, in a lyric said, blew his mind out in a car.
A day in the
life, you're right. And then in the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band is like the album is when this all can be heard. There was a recorded phrase saying Paul is dead, miss him, but can only be heard backwards. And then also Lennon mumbled at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, I buried Paul, but he claims that he said cranberry sauce. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
And then on the original cover of the Yesterday and Today album, it featured the Beatles posed with raw meat and doll parts, symbolizing...
And dead babies. Yeah.
Yeah, symbolizing McCartney's death. So this is all coming from the Times, too, which is, I feel like, a pretty good source of information. And there was a good quote that they said saying, Paul McCartney never formed the band Wings. He never clashed with Yoko, became a vegetarian, or fathered any of his children because he was dead. So he has a replacement that was married and divorced and all of the above. But yeah, there's not too much, proof besides that. So what are your takes on this?
John Lennon, I've been listening to a lot of John Lennon's like solo work recently. And there's a song which is like the OG, the original diss track, like where I guess after the Beatles broke up, him and Paul got into like a big fight over Yoko and a ton of other stuff. And in John Lennon's song, How Do You Sleep? He literally says, those freaks were right when they said you were dead.
Oh, wow. Boom. Apparently
play the ham horn. By the way, I'm really good at editing now. So, like, I'm going to edit a lot of this out.
All right. Well,
wait, are you doing this live? Like, are you?
I'm recording, but, like, not live. Like, when it's offline, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
So apparently the guy's name is Billy Shears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's
like
the
Sgt. Pepper's, where it's like Billy Shears.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's the guy that apparently took over for Paul McCartney. And then also on the Abbey Road cover, which it was all on which John, George, and Ringo pretended to cross the street as a funeral procession. John wore all white. Ringo the mourner dressed in black, George in jeans like a gravedigger, and Paul didn't wear shoes because he did not need them because he was dead.
He was under the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one either, and it's making me a believer, honestly. Plus, like, his kids don't look anything like him either. The way he looks now, like I mentioned earlier, he looks like a Rawlings baseball glove. Like, it looks like a botched 60s plastic surgery after effects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like shit. He looks like fucking shit right now.
Really? You do a lot of swearing on this podcast, Quinn.
I put the explicit tag on our podcast.
You did. Okay.
We're, like, we like to swear. I mean, I like to swear.
I don't mind swearing.
Like
No, I like
to
swear.
Are you not going to swear on this podcast?
I will swear on this podcast. I swore it on our last podcast.
When did you swear? I didn't remember you swearing.
I don't remember exactly when I swore, but I definitely did.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, so at the conclusion of that, I don't know how much I believe of it, but I didn't know about it until I started doing my research. And I part of me believes that I guess it could be true, but I just don't know why. Like, why wouldn't they just tell the world that Paul McCartney was dead. That's what I don't
They were the
understand.
biggest band in the world. And back then, I also did my conspiracy around the same time, like in the 60s and 70s. Back then, like, nobody reported shit. Like, it seems like there wasn't a procedure. Like, if someone got into a car accident, like a big name, the first cop that arrives on the scene, he probably, like, faints. He's like, that's Paul McCartney. Oh, my God. Oi, it's good. Paul McCartney.
It wasn't bad.
Like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Are you done with yours?
Yeah, I'm done with mine. Mine wasn't too much today, but I really went in depth last episode. Kind of took on a big project, so I started to keep less in depth one, but still informative on the table for anybody that did not know that Paul McCartney might be dead, and the world may never know whether or not Paul McCartney is dead. Quinn, are you drunk this evening?
No.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So
I'm
I
sorry to
just
hear that.
had an unsweetened iced tea that has some caffeine in it, which was probably a mistake.
Oh, I do like unsweetened iced tea, though. We're both fans of that.
I mean, I fight through it. It's just better for you.
We also have to mention that we want to start doing a segment where we answer listeners' questions, but we need a source where our fans can submit their questions.
Tweet us. I'm Confused Pod, right?
Tweet us or at I'm Confused Pod, or email us at I'mConfusedPod@gmail.com.
All right, so I'll go into mine.
Okay, something.
My conspiracy tonight is dealing with the death of Jim Morrison, another rock legend who died supposedly, or did he?
Okay.
Or did he?
I've never heard this one.
He died supposedly, allegedly, on July 3rd, 1971. And he was in Paris, and he was found dead in his France apartment. He subleased as a writer's studio. His supposed wife, his alleged wife, Pamela Curson, was the first to discover the body in the bathroom. He was laying down on the bathtub on his stomach, naked and half submerged. And at first, she thought that he was pretending, because at the time he had a huge beard, and when Pamela found him, he shaved, like completely, like he was bare and shaved. He had that huge beard for a really, really long time too.
Right.
So following the death, this is what I'm saying by the fact that, like, when a big event happens like that, chaos ensues. Like, chaos seems to ensue after Jim Morrison dies in France. Following the death, there was a 3-day news blackout, which means nobody would tell the media, his close friends, his band, even Pamela. Nobody told anyone anything about Jim Morrison's death. There was a 3-day blackout where nobody knew what was going on. This was questioned widely in the media, including articles from, like, the LA Times, the Baltimore Morning Sun. It's legit. In the LA Times, their obituary for Morrison was labeled, "Why Morrison Death News Delay."
This is reminding me very much of Tupac. Very much of Tupac.
Yeah. It's a lot like that. And that's what I was saying. Like, people seem to fuck up when famous people suddenly die. Like, everyone freezes up for some reason. Or
he didn't die.
Exactly. It's part of a bigger conspiracy. Love it. Okay. So the blackout stopped all of Morrison's close friends from getting to the corpse, and even, like, witnesses, like Pamela and the people that were living in the building of his apartment. They kind of quarantined his apartment off and shielded Pamela from talking to the band, his manager, everybody like that. Even Jim's parents were prevented from seeing which is nuts. When your kid dies, you should at least be able to say goodbye or something like that. Like,
right.
If my kid died tomorrow, I would like to see his body. I don't have kids. Pamela had called a local French medical examiner, Dr. Max Vasile, after he died. So right away, she didn't call the cops. She calls a doctor. Because, this should be known, like, Jim Morrison liked to get fucked up every once in a while. He was known for the occasional acid trip, peyote. He liked to drink blood sometimes. Like, he was a weird ass dude. So for some reason, she calls a French doctor, and Dr. Vasile listed the cause of death as a heart failure.
Okay.
However, this is a callback to another episode. Before going to Paris, he was in LA at his house, and his frequent physician that he would go to see all the time said that he was in perfect health.
He was 27 when he died.
Yeah, he's part of the 27 Club with, like, Cobain and Jimi Hendrix.
Tupac, right?
So, what?
Tupac.
Who?
Tupac. No, not
Tupac was 27?
I'm getting a hard no from the fans.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're dead wrong.
He was 25. All right, I was close.
Yeah, not in the 27 club.
27 club, but oh my god, we have to do a...
Yeah. I was just thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Like Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Cobain. That should be personal for you.